Alright, here we go. First attempt at a tutorial for these little twine and crochet thread baskets that I've been making. I've got my thread here with a slip knot at the end attached to my hook, which is a Clover 1.7 milliliter hook. Teeny tiny little guy right there, you can see. I've got the end of my twine right here, but we're not going to work with this yet. First we're going to create a base by chaining 2, and then in the first chain near the knot we're going to crochet 6 single crochets inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I start with 6 just because this is the easiest way to teach people how to increase in the rounds. 6, 12, 24, 18, 6, 12, 18, 24 on up. That's the easiest increase. But you can do whatever you want. Size doesn't matter. You don't even have to count. You can eyeball it and just keep going round and round in circles, but using proper numbers will give you the most even pattern and stitch to deal with. So now that I've got the first 6 stitches in here, where this little tail is doesn't really matter because we'll clip them off later. Go into the first chain, single crochet, and before we do anything, just sit right here like this, and before we work into that stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our twine, bring it, we're going to set it right on top there. And this is where it gets difficult because there's lots of manipulating with your fingers and hands to hold this. So I'm using these 2 fingers here to hold the twine in place directly over the hook. And now we're going to complete that stitch. So we're going to increase in that first. 1, 2, and we're going to increase all the way around. So all of those 6 first single crochets will get increased with the twine in between. If you can see what I'm doing here. There's another 2. So I'm holding this tightly in place because once we get this first circular round done, you won't have to grip it as much. This will be in place and you can just work around. So, and you'll also see what we get to. There's another 2. What we get to is, see this tail here? We got to get rid of that so we can close the circle. Oh shucks, where are my scissors? Oh man. One moment. Okay, so holding your work, scissors at the end, close as you can get it comfortably without snipping any of the threads. You want a flush little base like that so you can work around. Now keep up with your increases. Now you'll see this wants to get away from you. Grip this side right here. Pinch it together just like that. Keep increasing. And now you can see we're just going to close it up. And it's okay if you skip a stitch, it truly doesn't matter. Because we're just going to close this circle up and there we go. And now you just keep working in the rounds. I increase the same way I would any round. So we've got an increase single crochet in here, a single there. So let's put an increase here. And just keep rotating. Single, increase, single, and I'm still kind of gripping pretty tight. increase, single, increase, single, increase, almost back to the beginning of the round, single, increase, okay, so now we're back at the beginning, so now we're doing 2 single crochets and then an increase. And at this point, you don't even have to count. You can just keep increasing and notice that all the increases will sit on each other's V's. So you'll do another single, and then an increase. Another single, and then an increase. Just keep working on the round, and then I will show you how to build up the sides and create the actual basket bowl part of the pattern in just a moment.